So let's continue. Um, Before the class ended, we were trying to play past this, and it did play past it. So this daily, let's try and find the FVG these people are reacting from. I never really tried looking for it. Although we know that this is the sharp. We don't know that this is the range low liquidity that they were taking. But here is the FVG available on the 12-hour time frame. I just wanted to check it because I noticed I never checked. And that's probably why I was stuck trying to sell and didn't notice when we're buying for some time. That's not price actually is. You might get carried away, especially when you know what you're doing. That's when you get carried away. We're going to put in so much effort next week to be better. Now, in all these things, I thought you don't really need lower time frame trading if you think about it. Now, it's not that you don't need, you only need it for lower time frame trading. I don't know if that makes sense. So if we're getting, so what I do to get lower time frame basically is when we're done checking like our higher time frame, right? Okay, I'm gonna use this. Let's check out higher time frame, um, monthly, weekly, daily. Let's just add H4. I just uploaded that video of that's 4 hour time frame. I just uploaded that video that we just made now. Real time frame like H2 isn't that much of a real time frame, but it's somewhere there. Then we now start having 30 minutes. Now in these zones, we might still be finding entries, rejections, and proper confirmations because you don't just use 5 minutes confirmations to just end it all. 15 minutes. This is where we like know that okay, we can check our FVGs, we can check our structure, we can check our trend, right? This is where we get it. Then there's lower time frame again. Like I wish I could find a way to do low raise to power 2 here. So like times 2. So here that's where we start getting our like 5 minutes for the structure, 1 minute. So how do we do this? So basically, we already have an idea of these first two zones or first two phases. What we do is we now move slowly into the smaller ones to find tinier entries. That's why we now get more RR for. So let's say 15 minutes. So let's try use it on this particular zone. I made a mistake. Oh, I just realized. Okay, let's carry on. Who am I going to punish? Who is God going to punish? Um, was Chimezie on our last class? I can't remember. Were you on the class before this one, before the video uploaded? Or is this the first session you're joining? Victor,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. Were you on the last?
Okay, I was no, no, no. I wasn't.
This is the first session you're joining.
No, like the previous class, I wasn't present.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like first session for today.
No, no, no. I was okay, okay. No, the first batch of today, I was here. I was online.
Okay, so you were on the last class then.
Yes.
Okay. So now, yeah, looking at this. So, okay, before I ask you my question, so this is what I was talking about when I said the 5 minutes reaction. So let's just assume now we're trading off of this other block here, right? This big zone on 30 minutes. This is the other block for 30 minutes, right? And there's so much uncertainty here. And Victor, you have to unmute yourself back. Oh. Now on 5 minutes,
Okay.
looking at this is the setup. So this range low liquidity here. We already have something like 5 minute structure here. Riley, these things I'm saying here and what I taught you in your last class, what is the difference? Do you feel like it's better, progressively better, or just the same? Or does it feel the
Yeah,
same?
yeah, yeah. It's definitely better. It's
Mm.
definitely better.
But I'm like, why are you joining in this class? You're not a part of it. Why? You're not a part of it.
I came to
You're just
support.
using opportunity that I mistakenly gave you to be here. So, okay, but thanks, Sha. I just wanted to be sure there's a difference. So Victor, if you're in
So,
our last class here, what is the reason? I don't know if you heard when I was asking questions. So, what's the reason why now? Now it takes nothing to try and buy. You can say it's because we
oh
took our
yeah,
treatment, but we can also come here now and here we'll fail. Anything can happen. We can start selling. We could even be selling right now. We could even be selling right now.
yeah.
But I want to take a lucky shot now and say that I want to buy to this zone. What will make it not fail here, not fail here, not fail here? Like, what should be our reason why we're going to just buy and it's going to hold?
First of all, there was a break. If you check the trend line, there was a break in this trend line,
Yeah, we have trend breakout.
and there is also a fair value gap on top of the before point. Sorry, on top of the last point that so
You mean here?
no. Like the one
This
that sold,
one,
yeah. So yeah, I believe that there is a fair value gap over there.
somewhere here,
No. Above the point where you drew the trend line from.
somewhere here.
Yes.
Okay. We're already mitigated now. It has been tapped here. So what
Okay.
are you expecting from it?
Something to expect. I expect the market should ready since it's already been mitigated. So there is nothing really going to push it down. So the market should just buy.
This FVG here. It's all FVGs now. Why can't it also come here and react?
Because the higher time frame FVG is actually in charge already.
Hmm, but they can sell still now. Doesn't matter. By the way, sir, they even did what they call this. You can see this 12-hour this rejection here now. So
Yeah.
why can't they say it? They can say it. They can say it. They can sell anywhere. So why do you want to buy? Why do you feel like they can buy? They could even be selling right now, sir.
Yeah. And please zoom out a little bit.
This is
This
zoomed
one is
out.
a little bit tricky. Yeah. It's zoomed out. It's zoomed out enough. Okay. Um, Regarding the POIs that have already triggered the sell, I think like the last selling candle, sorry, the last bearish candle hasn't been tapped. In the zone that was actually triggering the sales, the last bearish candle hasn't been tapped yet.
This one.
And towards the left hand side.
This one.
No.
This one.
Yeah. No, come down towards the right.
Yeah.
No. Down.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's special about this?
Like the last bullish candle hasn't been tapped yet. Like meaning it's actually the valid order block there, to my very own understanding.
Like this.
Yes.
Mm, okay. You've confused me. Small,
Ah, sorry, boss. No verse.
but let's carry on. Yeah? So see the thing. Remember, when we started this class, we're talking about the weekly average and monthly average. When all those things try to supremate like this entire thing, this other block has lower chances of holding. And one thing I've learned about this market is that what happens moving forward remains between the new range and the last range every single time. So what's going to happen now is that price action now, the only reason why they can hit that TP is not just the fact that when did this happen? It's not just the fact that we've broken out and all that. It's also the fact that if you check out or look very well, yeah, why we can't sell on this rate is because there's no availability of sell range, liquidity, inducements. There's no structure that should restrict these highs from surging upwards, from going upwards. There's FVGs everywhere. So this FVG does not work. This one that worked, this is where that Kelvin, let me even go and check his new name. This is Kelvin
Tony
Graph.
Ike.
No, not Tony Ike. Tony Ike doesn't post trades now. It's Kelvin. Tony Ike caught the bias, yeah.
Okay.
It's Kelvin King now. Kelvin King's trade on let me check his pinned trade. So that is the same thing we are selling off of now. So I don't know what is so special about that thing, but it's kind of working. So it's the same thing that happened here. So I used it to catch sales here yesterday, but I did not know that I did not realize that the buys were stronger. So I used it to catch sales from here, and we got this rejection to this point. I closed somewhere here, for the sales, but then the buys now were a progressive thing because of this range liquidity low marked here that pushed up this high. That's where we're now buying for. And the expectation is after this, we start moving upward. So remember what I said earlier about after price does, I don't know if I typed it out or I said it. I said that after price uses FVG as a progressive movement, always comes back to come and to come and use liquidity as this thing. So for higher time frame, it did it at once, but in lower time frame, it does like FVG entries first, FVG patterns, all of a sudden to come create one stupid price action, then to now do inducement and continue. That was the same thing I caught. So we caught somewhere here on lower time frame, I think, on something like 30 minutes. So we caught it somewhere here. This was the liquidity pattern. This was the FVG own. Now they're all heading to this mini break structure here that's not well identified. And why is this break structure? Because there was a retracement here. So now back to our 5 minutes. So we use 5 minutes to catch this entry. So nothing special about 5 minutes or lower time frame entry. The little you have to understand is that when there's a major POI, you just find something like our usual range patterns. The only thing these 5 minutes and 1 minute will do for you is reduce your risk. But then sometimes if you don't get it right, you might be seeing yourself risking like 2 or 3 times on one pattern. So it's just best to just maybe stick to 5 minutes and just do it progressively. When I wrote out that synopsis, I was using lower time frame a lot, and it was working more than this period. So you have to learn to adapt to the periods you're in. So yeah, that's the reason why this high works, because there's no available liquidity here, and this isn't even engineered liquidity. Nothing here should make this zone sell just like that. So if we're to look for buys again, I'll be looking at least somewhere here, unless 4 hours says otherwise, then maybe we might try going lower like here. But I doubt this will come. It has possibilities. It just depends on how the Monday's price action starts off. The daily for today already closed bullish, so chances of this happening isn't so high. So we should just see continuations from here. And then targets would be at least this range high or this overall for the weekly time frame. Let's quickly just do something on GBP, JPY. I dropped this bias on Twitter. It's already on the move, Shabo. This is the idea. Breaker block here, entry, exit. I don't know. This GBP, JPY, anytime I'm under pressure, I don't know how to analyze you here. Let's just try. I think we'll just mark out things that are obvious. I don't want to, because the pair makes me so impatient. You'll be waiting for your main distance. They will never come. When the one they will not mitigate is one that you're not even looking at all. In fact, you even probably even left them out of anger. They will not take the thing. Like this now, I can't trade this thing. I won't have traded it. But I would have traded something like this one. Breakout here. Other block here. I think what made me want to trade this one that time was foul. Not even seeing what I want. This pair is hard to understand sometimes, if I'm not even going to lie. The easiest time for me to trade it is when I'm just relaxed. For me to start explaining many things on this pair now, it'll just be a waste of time. This USDJPY, I caught it that time. I think it was because of 4-hour or daily FVG. Yeah, so you can see this daily FVG here, clear as day. So what I like about this pair actually is that they don't create a lot of FVGs, but sometimes when they do, it normally create, like not all JPY pairs I'm referring to. Most times when they do, it normally gets good reactions. Good reactions. So this is what daily FVG refined to 4-hour here. Now I did not enter immediately. Actually, I entered on 30 minutes. So why did I enter on 30 minutes? So after the rejection here, we'll go a good retracement high, and then we'll have range liquidity here. One, that is this on the smaller range. So this is all internally happening on this bigger range. So it's all happening on internal ranges, but we're targeting the external range. And I got my entry here. Then I saw another opportunity here for an FVG entry here. So that's where all these things came together. So I saw this one, I didn't take it. And I tried taking this one, but I was too busy looking at gold actually. It was still a good trade. I just don't share JPY trades on my signal. The pair they give me PTS. I don't want to fall in love with it because sometimes they are very stupid. If I just wake up one morning and start selling, just start selling. You don't even know why. They will be selling. You don't have to look back. They'll be dropping. You will be buying, they'll be dropping. Very wicked people. But it's easier when you trade it with JPY basket. For instance, how I know that they were selling here is because when I looked at JPY basket on daily, and the pair actually respects its own listen compared to USD. USD can be very stupid at times. So when I saw this, I saw the draw on liquidity here, saw the reactions. My expectation was that they were going to clear this low because this other block was never ever meant to hold in the first place. I guess they just seeked the liquidity they wanted and said, I think what I saw was on 4-hour. Yeah, on 4-hour. Just said drop, and I just feel like they're going to come down all the way to this point at some point. So I guess maybe from the New Year's, if I enter any JPY, listen, I can take the risk of holding it for long. So yeah, these are all my JPY opportunities. I tried selling this full. See, the problem with this pair is that sometimes it likes to overdo. Like they came all the way to the last POI instead of selling, opening up and stuff. So we'll focus on the main thing right now. The main thing was actually checking all these things on gold. And I'm guessing this is our last class. So if you have any questions, unmute yourself and ask. If you understand me well, and I understand that I really enjoy or prefer when people study on their own. Like, even if you're asking me something that you studied, it's allowed. If it's something I already understand or know, I'll answer it.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, I think you have been trading gold for a long time. So, which POI do you think? Can you like rank the POIs that you think work the most, like breakout blocks, FGG, and other blocks? Which one do you think works the most in trading gold?
Okay. The range, liquidity, or price sweeps, that's that thing where we end up seeing that there's lack of inducement or lack of availability of liquidity. So the only available liquidity is the range, which was basically what we thought the first time. I guess all of you understood that one that time when we thought it. So range liquidity, that's all these examples I showed here. Those ones work very well.
Yeah.
Another one that works very well on gold is higher time frame averages. Higher time frame averages. Now breakout blocks work. Higher time frame averages like weekly, daily, they work. You just have to try and make sure that they are on good retracement zones. So that's the only thing you need for those higher time frame averages. Now breakout blocks work. The question now is which ones work. So not all breakout blocks work, especially when there's no strong pulsive move above or below that breakout block. But a breakout block with an FVG is what a short. You understand? So why is it worth a shot? So it's worth a shot to try, but if you fail, you can leave it and wait for a more complete retracement to a better POI, like a normal basic order block. So breaker blocks is worth a shot, especially if it's on a flip zone. So if you saw them trying to break a particular zone, they were fighting in there, and then suddenly impulsive move, and then retracement into that zone with an FVG there is what it shot. So I feel like these three things are majorly what works well for gold. And then this pattern. Well, it's all the same thing if you look at them. You just have to just mix it with lower time frame and you'll be good. This is the simplest pattern to trade, which is basically the same thing happening occurring. The difference is when you know it as the ranges, you just see it repeatedly to happen repeatedly. Let's invert our skill. How whack this thing looks inverted. I'm not even understanding anything. You can understand here. Understand here and understand why they can come all the way here. But this one, you don't even understand it. You can understand here now. It's just that it hasn't fully happened. So I could say. So yeah, I feel like these are the major ones that work. It's not 100%, but it's a good 80% if you check it well. It's easier when I backtest because I already know what to see than when I'm waiting the whole day or 3 days. I can be very impatient, I can't lie. But I don't blame myself. I know be a mentor. I mean it myself, so if I fuck up, it's only my money that I know. You guys have any other questions? I swear, I hope I'm recording this thing. Okay, thank God. If there's any other questions, you can ask. This is like the last class we'll have. So if you think you have
Okay, so the second question is, I don't know, this December price action, I feel like it's very bad. I don't know. Is it normal like this? Like December to we continue to January?
not
Because
really.
the way it's
It gets better in January,
continue.
but not like that. One thing is that if you have it in your mind that this price action is rubbish, it keep on being rubbish. What I noticed is last year I was saying, this December price action is so whack. I did not know when it changed. January, February, March, I felt like it was still whack. I don't know if you understand. It just happens all of a sudden. The truth is that every day's price action is whack. You get every fucking day's price. Any day you're not winning is going to be whack. You understand? So the easiest thing, that's why I like, if you notice, I'm not trying to force people that one particular thing works. No, I'm trying to make you understand that it is a basic blueprint to trade it. So if you use basic blueprint, no matter how whack that price action is, you know that after everything they do, heaven will not fall. That if they don't come here, they should leave it. If they print another one up, you take it. If they don't, you will not take it. But that you come inside and be fighting with them, you will not do. All the price action is whack. There's no every price. November was whack. When I blew money in February, March price action was whack for me. August price action was whack. All of them are whack. It's just you have to know that a good day will come in other whole period. I have to know which one to take. And you also have to know when you're trading inside of a consolidation. So if there's a range, big range, small range, any range, and this is one is just misbehaving more than the other, just try and leave them alone. Try your possible best to leave them alone. If they eventually come to your zone, sharp. If they don't, you wait. If they break structure, you re-enter. If you're waiting for them to sweep liquidity, you wait. There's always going to just be two opportunities. So you just have to know that there's two. If you make them more than two, that's what makes it harder for you in your trading. You're risking more than you should. That's kind of how I trade. So that's how you could catch more entries. And some entries I've not been able to catch things because I've just not mentally been there. But all of a sudden today, this evening, I just opened up my head like mad and realized that this is not less. This stupid buy they bought here. I saw it. But when I saw it, I've already given up. I shared sell trade. And I was like, if you still wants to chop yourself, let's chop yourself. The sales lasted here, but yeah, it was news. So I just knew that had chances of holding. I was like, at least here or something like that. But they didn't give me what I wanted. They just took breakout block and posted up. Doesn't make you a bad trader. No, everybody makes mistakes. But the less mistakes you make, the better for you. So if you have real life problems, worries, all those things, try and reduce them. And try and appreciate where you are now compared to where you were last year. So, but if last year was better, don't compare. Don't compare. That's not the time you answer saying next year will be better. Like me now, this December, I said that I was going to ball. By December 16th, I don't dey talk say omo, if this December no soft, January will soft. And so goals shift. From saying that I'm going to board December, I said shifting that I'm going to board January. It's in life. You can plan, but they can plan more than you. So, but that's this guy is. It's not like you're not the first, not the last. It's going to happen. So. It's a progressive stunt. If there's no other questions, we can end our class here. We've tried, and I'm so glad we've come this far. I've not really received any complaints. It's when I end class, somebody will come and they tell me I did not teach. I'll take shake in your face. And I'm even happy I even shared one of those videos to that free Telegram. So that anytime you want to open your mouth and say, I don't know how to teach, they will ask you serious questions. Are you okay? Are you okay? So if you notice, all these things I'm teaching, I've been teaching it from even the very beginning. The problem is how I put it the very first time. So now I've just been teaching the same thing over and over and over again, just easier to understand. And I guess it's easier because you guys are not newbies now. So like I said, it's a progressive stuff. It's not easy for anybody. I appreciate where you are. If there's nothing else, I guess this is where we're going to end. 3, 2, 1.